Welcome to another episode of Welcome to another episode of Sophisticated Ignorance. I am your host, Steven. Niema's not here. She's busy.
She's being productive.
Yeah. She got stuff she got to do. She got projects, tests. She's about to graduate, so she needed some time off. She will be back next week.
Yes.
So, yeah, this ain't no hiatus like the first time. But she will be back next week to talk her shit.
This is Vixon. What's going on? And we have not really after a certain amount of times, you're not special anymore.
Where you're a friend of the show.
No, that's
you're
fair.
a friend of
If
the
you
show.
said special, guess
Right.
supposed to be like, just drop special.
Wow.
You gotta guess.
Wow.
Yeah, you're a friend of the show now. This is your third time.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Ooh, look
I
at
know.
you.
Is third time's the charm or something?
When you get 5 shows, you get a free. No, it's not. You get a show for free.
Whoa!
I'm tired of you. Okay.
But we have Erin from
Yeah.
Vital Information Podcast.
Yeah.
Yes. How's it going, Erin?
It goes.
Okay.
You
It
know.
goes.
How was your day so far?
I mean, are you trying to give me my Lyft driver's questions? Thank you. How's it going?
Well,
I mean,
tell
it goes.
tell the people what happened on your commute here.
I basically tried to take a Lyft here because I was like, the train and I weren't like on the same page.
Yeah, she was on her Lauryn Hill vibe.
The shoppers weren't aligned.
Yeah.
I was like, let me take this little Lyft. It was $5, so I was like, it's lit. I left my house with
It was a Lyft,
ample
alright.
time to get here. Like, I knew how Lyfts be they be shady, they be shifty. So I was like, let me leave early. Still, I could not. And then, like, when everybody else got out my shared Lyft, which was another joke, my driver was like, so, Erin, how are you? How's your day been? How old are you? Fam, I don't need all these
He was
questions.
concerned. He was concerned.
About my age?
Yeah.
And why would you be concerned about
What
that?
is the,
I don't know. I was just
what
making
does
shit
it
up.
do with the
I was
Lyft?
just making shit up.
Like, have you ever been concerned about somebody's age?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No.
That's weird.
Yeah. It's,
He was
got,
being creepy.
It just
He
got
was
And he
really
being
added
creepy.
it on, like, super, like, so, Erin, one more question. How old? It was just
That was the
weird. Like,
interview.
it was, nah.
Let's play a game of 21 questions.
Right.
Yeah.
That was Lyft
no.
Confessions.
He didn't, like, drop me off. Like, it was weird. But I
That's
gave him 5
nice.
stars.
You did?
Oh,
I give everybody 5 stars because I'm trying to get my rating up.
she's trying to get her karma up.
Yeah.
Okay. So besides that, how was everybody's week?
Week was pretty cool. I guess we should briefly talk about what went down. Well, I guess in this time yesterday, but anyway,
That was very
weird.
confusing.
It's weird because like if I say
Now,
yesterday,
but
people are
not
gonna
now.
think that what I'm saying, whatever they listen
Oh.
to.
When everybody
yeah.
hears it, it was Saturday night.
Correct. Yes. So me and Steven, we headed out to the Thick Podcast live show. Shout outs to Minnie and to Bria, friends of the show.
We got mad friends of the show.
Yeah, we got mad friends of the show.
Y'all do y'all professional.
But y'all don't even act like friends. Yeah, that's
He said it. I did.
deep.
He said
No.
I don't know personal beef.
I
You
don't
got
know. I am literally
everything is
speaking for
copacetic.
himself.
Yeah,
Everybody's
everything is
Gucci,
copacetic on this side.
Everybody's Gucci. No, but yeah, it was a dope show. Good amount of people came out. We got some good pictures with the ladies and had a good conversation. You know what I'm saying? So, check out our IGTV. I recorded the first couple minutes. Crazy ass story of Tabria's ex-boyfriend. That was wild.
Yeah, all of her ex-boyfriend stories be wild.
I mean,
She told one on here that she was, well, I don't think it was her boyfriend, but like a date she went on, and it was not good.
yeah,
Not good at all.
yeah.
I'll tell you off here.
I can't wait. I
So
love
yeah,
the
shout out to
story.
them. It was a dope show. So just went out to support the homies.
Yeah, I think my week was pretty much the same. Just mad chill, just working, just trying to be a productive member of society.
We just working.
I'm still not. This whole weather change shit, I was not ready
shaky?
for at all.
You're not ready for the weather. But
Yeah.
You got the hoodie, so
There's a reason why though, because I'm not with the shit. I don't fuck with it. I don't like.
you don't fuck with the winter.
No. Earlier I went out like a little vest and I played myself, so I put my
Oh
whole coat
yeah,
on when
you
I
was
left
on
today.
like
Why would you-
suicide watch.
Do you not
you
check
was
your weather
bugging.
app? Why don't people not check
What
the
it
weather
is,
app?
it's like when you look outside a window, you see the sun. You're like, oh,
Okay, but
it
that's
might
not how the
could
weather
be
works.
freezing.
Wait, what?
If you don't see the sun, it's the end of days.
No, okay. You ever look at the temperature and you're like, ooh, that's like not exactly warm, but you look at the sun and you're like,
Nah, that's how
I
New
don't
Yorkers
know.
say the weather.
No,
No.
that's not how it works.
New Yorkers be putting
but
their
it was windy.
You look at the sky, you look at the trees to see
Right.
how swiftly they're moving. Then you look at the commuters.
Nah, she probably put her hand to the window and see how cold it was. It's like, this
That's
works.
how black people check the weather. Don't
Definitely.
play.
They check the window.
Maybe open it. But I'm jealous y'all weeks was good. That's cute.
What do you, I mean,
What do
My
you
week
had
was
a-
fucking
what-
trash.
what-
You know, I mean, it's
talk
cute.
about it.
What happened?
Y'all,
What didn't happen?
a lot. So I don't know. Like this week was like the struggle for me, and I don't know why. I think it's like maybe like school and work and like being myself is just stressful. Like it's really hard.
Is everything okay at home?
No, everything is fine. I just like I value sleep so much. Like
What's that?
I don't know what it is right now, but I know at one point in my life it was like a crucial part of my day, and now I'm just not getting it, and it's affecting like my mood and the way that I interact with people.
Yeah, because you got your fist clenched.
I'm-
The Arthur fist?
I'm really upset. Like it's fucking with my chakras, my auras, all that. So I was just like all week I was like, wow, like this week is not gonna get any better, and it definitely didn't. Like as it
Well, you put that into the universe.
Word.
Did you not listen to the Karma
But-
episode?
Nah, like
See?
I typically am just like if I could
See?
just get some sleep, I could like move through, but I could not. Like I literally bought a melatonin spray, and I'm going to be using it from here on out.
Melatonin spray? For the audience, what is that?
Okay, so you know melatonin, you take it to go to sleep. There's like a liquid version that you spray in your mouth, and you like swish it around for 30 seconds, swallow it, and it helps you sleep at night.
That's wild.
I mean, there are
Is
other
that street legal?
other things that women swish around in their mouth. So I mean, they're not.
Well,
like,
What? Okay, so
It's not anything that we're not.
you just have to go to
accustomed
100 real fast.
No. I'm just saying, like
That wasn't the visual I
What are
was
you
expecting to
talking
get
about?
from this episode.
What is going on here?
Guys, I'm just saying. So I bought that, and hopefully my life gets better.
Okay.
But other than that, life is what it is.
All right. Shout outs to your life. Like, I
Shout
don't know
out
what
to
to
getting
say.
better, quite honestly.
Well, hopefully today you can get some rest. Hopefully.
Yeah, we gonna see.
Yeah, it's not happening.
That, in other words.
Yeah, basically.
Thanks.
So before we jump into this week's topic, of course, we want to shout out our sponsor, Scotch Porter. Because you can't be getting caught out here dusty and whatnot.
A lot of men are, but you should be.
I wouldn't know. That's not a life I live.
Right.
Yeah,
You can only speak for yourself.
We don't
Yeah.
subscribe to that. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I love when people say I don't subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just stay unsubscribing to shit.
Facts.
As soon as I see it on the timeline, unsubscribe. Can't.
And
Nope.
ladies, the holidays are coming, so y'all need to
Word.
Yo, niggas,
Buy it for yourself.
buy it for your niggas, put it under the tree, or put it
Buy
under
it
his
for your
bed,
niggas. Put it under the tree.
or make a sign. What you gotta do, but you can
Don't
order
even
it.
put it under the tree. Put that right in the bathroom so
Wow.
he know.
Put it right
Word.
in his face. Throw it at
Word.
him.
Apply it while he's asleep.
Word.
Yeah.
You'll never know.
Just rub the balm in. Like, yo, bro, you need this.
You'll thank me later. But yes, use the code SI10 to order your Scotch Porter and re-up or get your life, please.
Yeah, they just started a subscription service, so now you can put them on a routine.
Facts.
Damn, I need to cook my husband up.
Mm.
He's not struggling.
Put them on though.
He's not struggling, but I might could put him on.
You never know, yo. The aromas are different. It's different.
Ooh.
The aromas are different over
I
here.
fuck with
morning?
aromas. I'm not gonna
I
hold
fuck
you.
with
I
aromas.
fuck with aromas.
I would hope. Like.
I really do. Like when men smell good, I'm like, oh, you're a different kind of man.
Look,
You
One
smell
who
good,
cares.
good.
He's from Wakanda.
Yeah.
He's from Wakanda.
Word.
So this week's topic is frenemies.
Oh.
Oh.
Shout out to Bianca, our executive producer. She came up with the idea.
She's ready for the smoke.
Okay.
Look at her hands clenched. She ready to talk about it. Frenemies. Alright, so boom.
I know.
She got a
So
story.
this bitch from back in the day, right?
She definitely got a story.
No.
So frenemies. Where are we? So before we even get to that, let's really define what a friendship really is, because I think that's where usually the frenemies
Okay.
part gets confused with. So what is a true healthy friendship?
Real friends. How many of us?
Yeah, I don't think we should be calling anything yay related right now.
Yeah, it's too soon.
I don't know. I guess like someone who wants what's best for you and you want what's best for them. Like at the end of the
Look
day.
at
and
you
that
with
you
the
enjoy.
fucking Wikipedia response.
No, like I think that's how I gauge my friendships. Like if
Mhm.
you want what's best for me, regardless of like what's going on in your life. Like, because I think it's easy for you to be like not jealous, but like envious of the life your friends have when you're not necessarily where you want to be.
Mhm.
And so like you don't want to be that way, but you are. So I think like a true friend is just like regardless of like where you are in your life, when good things happen for your friends, you're genuinely happy for them because like you know how hard they work or you know what they want, and you know that if the roles were reversed, they do the same for you.
See, that's a buzzword, genuine.
Yeah, I think that's a key word.
Because that's the key word there. Because it's like you could. I recently, just within this past like couple of days or whatever, I've witnessed like 2 pairs of friendships from like other people that have been kind of tested because it's not even in the sense like they're frenemies, but they were friends, but you know one person found out that the other person doesn't support them as much as it's not reciprocated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've seen a lot of friendships either be tested or flat out end because you know what I'm saying a person hasn't been able to like communicate well or they don't fucks with them anymore and it's just like once your friendship is just kaput, it's over, it's game done. You know what I'm saying? And you know it's kind of like with the whole sense of frenemies. You know what I'm saying? A friend is somebody that you know supports you and should be able to be honest with you and open and not necessarily just be a yes man to you, but be able to like you know freely and genuinely communicate you know certain things when it comes to it's a relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's a relationship, and I think a lot of people forget that friendships are relationships, and
this
it
is
needs
true.
to be
It needs to be as healthy as a romantic one.
Just minus the dicking down or something, depending on the type of friendship.
What?
No, I'm saying like.
No, I agree.
You know what I'm
I agree with that.
That was kind of obvious. Like.
I mean,
I'm just saying, but I do agree that like people do forget that like friendships are relationships too. I think there's like a quote somewhere that it's like women often are made to feel like the most important relationship they have will be with a man, and sometimes the most important relationship they have can be with a woman, and not like a romantic one. It could be like you know like your best friend.
That's like what Tabria and Mindy was saying to each other yesterday. It was like because they was having a conversation about you know dating, especially when it comes to like black men not dating black women and things of that nature, and they was discussing like all the shit that they've been through. They've reached a point where they've accepted if moving forward in their life they're just meant to be single because their friendship is so great. They need each other, so it's like no man could fill whatever void or do whatever that the other person could do. So
absolutely.
It makes sense.
Yeah,
I
agree too. Do you have a type of friend like that?
A best friend like that I consider like a very important relationship to me. Yeah, like AJ, who I do the podcast with, we've been friends for a very long time, and I feel like we've been like put through tests where we were just like, should we just not be friends anymore just because we're going through these issues? And it was more so like I am by nature like a very passive aggressive person.
Really?
So like,
or are you aggressive?
No, I'm passive. No, I'm super passive. Like I like to let things like sit for a while before I address them, just because like I don't want to address it or whatever. But in the meantime, I'm gonna be super petty and like treat you differently, right? But it's not healthy.
Makes sense.
But that's not healthy, like for a friendship, not at all. Like especially if it's your best friend and like they feel that energy coming from you, but you're not necessarily able to express like what's the problem. Like so for us, I think that was more important. And like I take what I've learned from our friendship like into my own relationship with my husband. Like I'm not passive aggressive with him at all. Because I know
you get on the ass.
Yeah, because I know what it can do.
Listen here, nigga.
I'm always like, listen, like I've been passive aggressive with people before and it didn't work out, and I want this relationship to work because I love you, and like I need to address how I feel now, or I won't address it at all. So
it kind of goes back with the whole Tabria and Mindy thing, because you and AJ's relationship is so strong and so beneficial to both of y'all. It makes you become a better partner for your partner.
Right.
Look at us learning and shit.
I appreciate, like, you know, we try.
I shed it to you.
Don't try, just do.
Oh, thank you.
We'll try to like the hat you're wearing, just do it.
Oh, thank you, Mike. I said Mikey.
You might have to cover that hat because we're not getting paid.
Word. Like Joe Budden podcast is just
I can just pull this all the way down.
Now you look like a scammer.
I know.
There's no middle ground here. Just keep the hat on. Next.
I would then Nieema would definitely fall for it in that same sort of category for me. Like that's my fucking nigga. Like legit. Like we've had most pettiest of arguments. We've had fucking laughing about complete nonsense. Like I couldn't. I could tell her almost everything. She could pretty much. We've discussed any and everything in our personal lives, so it's like I'm a better person because of her. And she's always said there's been numerous of times that certain decisions she's made is because of the influence I've had on her. So I think that healthy relationship is extremely important as friends.
Absolutely.
Friends should make you better.
Should.
This is true.
It should.
Yeah, because there's been plenty of times that I've been on some bullshit or she been on some bullshit, and we've told each other like, "Yo, you fucked up."
Yeah.
And you need that.
Real friends keep you honest.
Yeah.
They have to.
They keep you honest.
Because then, what's the point?
Yeah.
I don't know if Nieema keeps. I don't think me and Nieema keep each other humble because we be talking our shit.
Well,
well, maybe not like that friendship, but like some friends.
you always have that one friend that has to keep it real.
Yeah. I mean, how long have you guys been friends?
We're probably going on like 8+ years now.
Yeah. AJ and I are on 7.
Yeah, I have a friend of mine from high school that we've been together. Well, like together, but we've been friends for like 10+ years.
Yeah.
You know, that's my dude. And you know, even if we go through our own shit, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like there's nothing that's gonna stop our friendship. You know what I'm saying? Like
I have
we've been
a friend
through
like that
a
too.
lot of shit, like near-death experiences type shit.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I've avoided those. I've avoided those. I like my life.
For the sake of the art.
People do.
Yeah.
But the point is like, you know what I'm saying? You have those friends that, you know, are so. I have a philosophy when it comes to friendships. I mean, it kind of ties into everything, but and I've told a lot of people this, but I have the philosophy that friendships or relationships rather are comparable to like wood, right?
It's about to get deep.
It is about to get deep. Strap in.
I know.
So you have 3 different levels of friendships, right? So you have trees, you have bats, and you have toothpicks, right? So a tree is somebody who's really rooted. That's like your real friend. That's somebody that you know is going to be there no matter what. You've been through a lot. You've planted that friendship and it's grown into this tree that's strong. Nothing, whatever happens, is going to knock that shit down unless it's something extremely major. You know what I mean? Then you have bats, somewhere in the middle. They're strong, but with enough pressure, they do break. You know what I'm saying? So those are the friends, and those are the people in your lives that you could be cool with and close with, but you know that depending on the situation, if enough force or whatever happens, you know, comes up, that it could potentially break. Toothpicks, trash, disposable. You know what I'm saying? You keep these people around arm distance. You know what they're useful for, but at the end of the day, they're not really your friends. You know what I mean? They're just people that you kind of have around.
How did you come up with this philosophy?
Because I had to think about it.
That was deep.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that's like,
You might need to go on
like
tour or
on
something.
some like either you're around for a reason or a season. That's it.
Bars?
All her shit has to rhyme. If her shit don't rhyme,
right.
I don't got the time, basically.
When you get in the studio, sis?
Okay.
When the album coming out?
Word. Tune in as Erin drops some bars after this.
You gotta catch it.
You gotta catch it.
Okay. Is there a single that's about to drop?
Nah, not at all.
So do any of y'all have frenemies? I don't think I've ever had one.
Well, let's define what a frenemy is, because that is a term that's very...
Well, I think it's the opposite of what Erin was saying. Is somebody that's not necessarily having your best interest at heart. So it's like...
Yeah, but they make it seem like they do at times. Or like...
Yeah, like it's more of like those backhanded compliments that they'll give you when you do certain things in your life.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, he's good for you, but I heard, and it's like, you ain't heard shit.
Yeah, they're trying to get in where they fit in to figure out what they want to figure out so they can dip and use it again.
And then when you at your lowest point, they kind of feel like, well, you ain't doing good, so it sucks for you, but everything all right over here. So I think frenemies kind of fall into that sort of category.
I mean, frenemies, like, having a known frenemy is a weird thing just to, like, say, oh, yeah, that's my frenemy, we cool, but we not cool.
I think you never know.
I mean, how do you even operate
I think you know who they
know
are.
at first, yeah, like, I feel
and you know who they are, but then I think, like, if you're smart enough, then you kind of have that person for situational reasons. Like
a toothpick.
Yeah, so it's like, yo, I know you the type of person that I'm supposed to be hanging out with. So we go and hang out, do that. In terms of like serious stuff, like things about my life, or it's like I kind of keep you. It's like I don't really include you in. I don't include you in that kind of stuff.
If I need to take some shots of Henny at the spot, then come through.
Yeah.
But if I need to tell you about like my day or whatever,
you ain't.
find out on Facebook or not at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Word,
saying? Like,
basically.
yeah.
I had frenemies in like junior high and shit, but I just feel like that don't count.
But then again, in junior high and all those
Yeah,
younger
you
years,
just lack
everybody's
of, yeah.
son,
That's what I'm saying.
I've been friends with niggas that have like robbed me the day before. You know what I'm saying? It's
Oh,
like
you different.
no, it's not like. But what I'm saying is like when you're
you
younger.
don't have your own best interest at heart.
Okay.
Clearly.
First of all, when you're in junior high school and younger, you know what I'm saying, you have to be with these people 24/7. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Yeah.
one day they're gonna bully you, but the next day it's like, all right, yo, nigga, we cool. Cause like
I don't know
we're
if
in the
I've
same class
ever-
together. What we gonna do? You gonna hate me for what 5
Nah, I
years
had
straight?
like conniving bitches in junior
Right,
high.
but y'all ladies is different like that.
Yeah,
Y'all hold on
like-
to that
Y'all
shit.
y'all completely different species.
Yeah, one of the girls like I ended up going to high school with, and like we never spoke, like, and it was just crazy because I was like, we were cool, then we weren't
Were
cool.
y'all?
No, like it was a situation where like I was cool with this girl,
Oh, here we
and
go.
another
Alright,
girl
boom.
came. Another girl came and she was cool with her too, and so basically, she made the girl feel like she had to choose between us, and I didn't give a fuck.
And that's that shit. Why do y'all? Okay, not all, but why are women
don't
so?
group us. I
Not-
don't
not
want to
all
be
women,
in this
but
narrative.
Vixon's thoughts are his own. I do not
Majority
support or
majority
condone.
of women have these type of relationships with their friends where it's like, yo, that's my friend first. You can't be friends with them.
Petty, like childish women, yeah.
But why is that? You don't
They
own
just
people.
they just
Because
immature.
they can't claim their nigga, they gotta claim somebody.
Ouch.
So it's like,
That's a word.
Like,
That's a read.
he not claiming me. One of y'all bitches better claim me. I'm not saying I'm on that spectrum because I've never given a fuck.
Hey, hands up.
Yeah.
no problems.
I don't know. I had a recent experience at work where like I'm not even saying this girl's my friend at all. She's just a girl I work with, and I
You just happen to be
A
employed
coworker.
here.
She's
yeah,
a coworker.
I guess. So I have like this neon green wig, and I wore it to work
Wow.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
because like it's cool, whatever. They fuck with me. And so,
The hood fuck with me or whatever.
Yeah, they fuck with me.
I got the
so,
sauce.
Like my boss already like saw pictures from it, so she was like, "When are you wearing it to work?" Type shit. So I was like, "Oh, I'll wear it to work soon." So I ended up wearing it
your
to
boss
work.
requested that you wear this.
Oh yeah, because I told her I bought it, and I showed her a picture.
Oh,
She
so
was
it
like, "When are you wearing it?"
It was
to
an
work?
order.
I want to see
You were
it.
ordered to wear the wig.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Or you were fired. I understand. Go on.
I don't think that would have been like, the end result, but sure. So I wear it, and we end up having like a department meeting that day, and I like, of course, went to the meeting with the wig on, like
As you should.
yeah,
Duh.
like. So I'm in the meeting or whatever. We end the meeting, and the next day I go to lunch, and this girl who was at the meeting, she come in with another girl, and she was like, "You should have seen Erin yesterday. She was in that meeting with that wig on, looking like when everybody else was looking corporate. She clearly didn't give a fuck." And I was like, "Ew!" Like,
First of all, hit her with the first of all.
yeah, I
but
looked at,
you-
because like nobody in my department is like super corporate. So I
Mhm.
was like, how was everybody else looking corporate and I wasn't? But prior to that, she been following me around talking about Erin, come here, come talk to me, like
Oh.
this is my thing.
She's
Like
lonely.
she's been trying to talk to me and like create conversation, and then when we around somebody else, she's like, "Oh, you should have seen Erin yesterday, blah blah blah." And I looked at her like,
phony.
Did she
Yeah.
AO Mayu? Like,
no,
did
she
try to talk-
just like she always would. Here's the gag: I don't know her name. Like she calls me over to talk to her all the time, and I
So she
speak and I
knows your
leave.
name, but you don't know her name.
Yeah, I had to ask
That's
somebody else what her
crazy.
name was, and
And
I
you
went to
forgot
him.
it.
Yes,
That's crazy.
but I went to his desk. I was like, "Listen, I'm gonna need you not to judge me." But since you was talking to earlier, he was like, "You don't know her name." I was like, "Yes, I don't." He was like,
He
"It's
was
fine. Mad niggas don't know her name." I was like, "Cool,
Oh.
He was like, me too.
Yeah. it's fine." Like, but I ended up like telling my bosses about it, and they were like, "Oh, we see what kind of friend she's trying to be to you." And I was like, "Yeah, the gag is I don't want her to be my friend at all. She's just always talking."
Aw.
It's like,
Shout out
don't give a
to
fuck.
it's like the schoolyard all over again.
shout out
Nah.
to whatever her name is.
Yeah,
Max.
sis
Sis.
who be chatting clearly.
What about you, V?
In the sense of like frenemies?
Yeah.
Ooh. I mean, honestly, there's never really been. I wouldn't even say frenemies. It's just more like people. It's not that I have friends or enemies. There's really no in between. I mean, there's people that like hate my guts.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Oh no, I've racked up a list of people who are not
A
fans
list.
of me.
Not a
and,
handful.
and no, I think it was more in my like deep fuckboy days. You know what I'm saying?
These people
I don't know
are
that.
women.
Yeah.
Got it.
Thanks for reading between the lines, Steven. No,
Makes sense.
Got it.
No, No, but even like, you know, back in the day or whatever, like I'd have people that like even in college, you know, I was a little different back in college, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit more out there, a little bit more animated, and some people just really couldn't take that. And even though we were cool, you know what I'm saying, but at the end of the day I knew like deep down they really wouldn't fuck with me. Like you know, in my relationship in college, it was me and my girl, and then she had her group of friends that we used to hang out with, and you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, I'm there because I'm her girl, I'm her man, you know what I'm saying? And her friends kind of accepted me because of that, but at the end of the day, she told me, like, yo, they don't really fuck with you like that, so...
Oh, that's
and I
nice.
think, and for me, the thing is, I think the
why would she even admit to something
No,
like that?
I mean, it was just a matter of being transparent, but I think it was more of behaviorally for me, it was like, I at the time, used to get really comfortable with people really quickly, and for some people, it's like, yo, fam, relax.
Okay.
Makes sense.
You know
Okay.
what I'm
Okay.
saying? So for me, I'm thinking like, yo, we mad cool, whatever, but it's like, yo, you're doing too much.
Word.
Got it.
So it's like,
Like
you're
you
cool,
cool
but,
by association.
yeah, but
Yeah.
relax.
Oh, okay, I'm like that all the time.
Noted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't be like trying to be buddy up with people off the rip, because it's like everybody got their own.
And doesn't that make you apprehensive in general when people are like way too close, like they feel closer to you than they are?
Yeah. Like
No?
fall back.
That
Fall
makes me
back.
feel very, because I'm just like, what gave you any indication that like we
Yeah.
are as close as you think we are,
Right.
and why? Because I haven't reciprocated that energy, so yeah, it makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, they really try to ramp up the friendship. It's
Yeah,
like, whoa,
yeah.
Word.
let's take it easy.
Yeah.
One step at a time.
There was a girl like that in college who like I would leave after class ended, and she would like catch me outside and
Erin?
be like, Erin, you didn't wait for me, and I'm just like, didn't know I had to.
Erin, we
Yeah.
were supposed to go to lunch. It's
Yeah.
like, I
She
got
would
another
be
class.
upset. She'd be like, why
You're-
didn't you wait for me? And I just like, I didn't know I was supposed to. And so she'd be like, well, we live close to each other. And I'm just like, and?
Oh my
Like,
gosh,
what
you know
is
what's
that?
happening?
Stalker.
She definitely got a shrine.
Nah.
She definitely had a
She gave it
shrine.
up. She gave it up
Nah,
after
she
a while.
definitely has
Hey,
a piece of your hair
I've
in her
seen, I've
closet.
seen the Lifetime movies. I know how this
Right.
ends. Okay.
Yeah.
Nah.
You and her are best friends in her head.
I clipped that real quick. I was like, listen, like.
You clipped it.
We just
She
have,
didn't.
We just had a class together. Come on.
All right.
You gotta break those
She
people.
probably listens to the show before you even drop it.
You gotta break.
She got the audio link already.
She got a bug in the house.
She a coder, for real.
Just hacking into shit.
Yo, I had somebody write, like, I think we talked about the same thing twice in, like, back-to-back episodes. So, like, I just finished editing the new episode, and she wrote me, like, I love this new episode, especially when y'all talk about this. And I was like, bitch, how the fuck did you hear that? But I realized, like, we mentioned something similar. Because I was scared.
Right.
I was
right.
scared.
Because that's
Right.
your friend.
Okay.
Real friend stalking.
Oh, my God.
Right. So has anybody learned or grown from like a relationship that with a frenemy?
I mean, I think the only lesson that you could kind of learn is like you could only keep certain people, like not everybody could be on your squad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'll
Yeah.
say that.
you know what
or
I'm saying?
like,
Some
Or
people,
you could just, there's nothing wrong with having people on different tiers.
yeah, different
Yeah.
shit.
I think that's another thing. Because I think
Or
there's
like-
a lot of people that like, if you're my friend, then you're just my friend and you get all of me. And it's like, no, you don't.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or like maybe that you don't have to be dependent on that friendship. Like I feel like I learned that before too with like people, especially like I don't like feeling like I'm dependent on somebody or I need somebody's friendship, and I feel like in the past I've been made to feel like that or like something similar to that. So like now when I get into friendships, I'm always like ready to dip at any point, and it's hard and it's trash. Like it really is because like
I'm just waiting for you to fuck.
You got the eject
do
button.
it. 'Cause I got my hand on the like,
Unsubscribe.
like I am always like that, so I feel like, and it's a direct result of like what I've been through with friendships in the past, where it's just like, nah, I'm not trying to go through that again. So even
What
with
have
AJ,
they
like
done to
she
you?
has like a real issue with the fact that I could just up and leave at any point during our friendship.
Because y'all got something, y'all working on shit together.
Yeah, no, like no. Like, we've had
Just up and go.
arguments, and she's just like, I feel like at any point you could dip, and like you wouldn't care, and I'm just like, it's not that I wouldn't care, I could dip, but it's not that I wouldn't care.
You're right. I wouldn't not care.
No, I
but,
wouldn't.
oh, I'm definitely dipping.
No, I feel like
Like, how
I
you
could,
say that?
no, I could def dip, but it wouldn't be like
Oh, I'm dipping already.
Word.
I would care though. I would be like, damn, that's fucked up. We were close, blah blah blah.
Oh,
But
now you
at
gone,
the
girl.
end of the day, I gotta put myself first, like all that shit. But
Yeah, I think I'm exactly the same fucking way.
yeah, like, and it's nothing personal. It's never.
Yeah,
like,
I don't think it's ever
about-
personal.
It's
It's
never
more
about the
so it's like
friendship.
I have a whole other life that I have to worry about. Like
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean-
not gonna be fucking in my bed crying like,
Some friendships just sizzle
woe
out.
is me. Somebody will always hit me up like, yo, we don't hang out anymore. I was like, you have a whole child. Like you have
That doesn't mean
responsibility.
your private life, your not private life, but your like.
No,
social
because
life
then it'd be
and-
like, okay, let's go do something. Oh, I gotta find a babysitter. Well, I don't have time for you to figure that out.
That's rude.
That is rude.
That's rude. You're not even giving them the opportunity to find
Why
one.
can't you just go?
But they
over-
never do.
Why don't you go over and visit? Why don't you become the babysitter?
I'm saying, whoa.
Oh,
You're
now-
throwing a lot of responsibility.
Grant, cut off his mic, please.
Like,
Get out.
no,
Get out.
I've done that before. I have a
What?
friend. Her name is Erin. So like, we were cool, and she would like she has a 9-year-old daughter. So like a lot of times like. When she want to hang out, she'd have her daughter. So I would just go over there and chill with her at her house. Like, her daughter didn't bother us, but it was just like, I don't want to leave her
You
here.
just chill. I mean,
So we
look.
would go to her house and chill. Like,
Even
make
if y'all-
time for your friends.
Even if y'all can't do the same shit that y'all used to do, at least
You
go
ain't
over and
never
visit.
been shit. That's crazy.
Well- Hey, look.
I've gotten this far.
No comment. The point is, you gotta. I mean, for real friends, you gotta make the effort. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every day. If they're worth if they're worth sustaining that friendship.
Yeah. Have you ever had to question like whether a friendship was worth sustaining? Like seriously, like
Yeah. That's
Nah.
the question.
really?
No.
I've sat down and been like, let me write a pros and cons. No,
Because if you do me wrong, then you're dead. You're dead to me.
damn, like you're not out here looking for forgiveness.
But you just said you were about to dip at any moment.
No, okay, no, I would.
You
I
see how
would.
she's judging me, right?
No. Okay,
You
like
see
let's
this.
be clear. I would dip, but what I'm saying is like
But
when
you're not
I've
gonna
had to
dip,
sit
dip. I don't
down, when I've
understand what's
had when
going
I've
on.
had to sit down and like look at whether a friendship is worth salvaging or saving or working on, like it really has to come down to like, does the good outweigh the bad? Like, yes, you did me wrong, but like, is this the first time you did me wrong, or is this like the fifth time you did me
I've done
wrong?
some people wrong in the past, and it's like, for me, I had to question like, yo, should they even be friends with me anymore? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And at the end of the day, it's like through communication and talking it out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, this friendship is worth keeping,
Yeah.
even though you really fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And,
Yeah,
and
I've done
And
that.
as friendships is like, you're gonna
If you
fuck
do
up.
some severe shit to me to piss me the fuck
Well,
off,
define severe, because you
I'm
and
not.
you and Nieema have been through some somewhat severe shit. You know what I'm saying? But y'all worked it out.
Yeah, but it was never severe to the point where it's like,
I mean, she's not cursing your lineage. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's
yeah,
not
it
that
was
far.
more so like petty arguments that just got overblown. Nothing to the point of like disrespect or some foul shit.
Slandering
like
your
that.
name.
Yeah.
Drag your
Yeah.
name through the streets.
And even that, like the breaks that we would not speak is more so because we both petty, as opposed to like, yo, we need to really hash this out. It's just, I'm not fucking talking to you. You're not fucking talking to me. Eventually, we'll get over this, and then we cool again.
I can't. I'm the petty person, and like AJ's not. So like, if it goes over a certain amount of days, she's like, "So let me know when you free, cause I'm gonna call you so we can sort this out." And I'm just like, "Oh,
Oh,
okay."
Oh, you want to talk?
Yeah, it's never been no sorting out with Nieema and I. It'd just be like, all right, I'm not mad anymore. You're not mad anymore.
Okay, that's
And
how
now
I
we
am like
cool.
with my dad. Like, because we're the same person, we'll be pet. Like when we lived together, we would talk for like 2 weeks. We live in the same house, see each other every day, not talk.
The apple doesn't fall far from
Not
the
at all.
tree.
Like, and it would get to the point where like we would just like wake up one day and be like, "Good morning," and he'd be like, "What's good?" So my mom's
Good morning,
like,
Father.
"What the fuck?"
Good morning, daughter.
We would just drop
Seed.
it. Yeah.
Good morning,
I see you still living over there.
Good morning, sperm donor.
No, like I'm talking about like after we've dropped it, we'd get up and say good morning. We wouldn't even say good morning to
Like
each
nothing
other.
ever happened?
Like I just go upstairs and I'd be like, "What you watching?" He'd be like, "Oh, blah blah blah." I'm like, "Oh, can I watch?" He'd be like, "Yeah, sure."
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's trash. Cause like
It really
I
is.
thought
though.
that was normal. I thought that
It
was
really
normal.
is,
So
but
I
it's
did that with my
hilarious.
friendships, and they were like, "Bitch, what the fuck is you doing?" I was like, "Oh, y'all don't do this."
Y'all don't do this.
So I had
That
to
is
grow up
not
and
a
learn.
Normal friendship behavior. Oh, man.
So can a frenemy ever be? Can that frenemy relationship ever be beneficial?
Yeah, if y'all both frenemies to each other.
But where's the benefit?
Because you know what you could use them for. So if I know what I can use you for, and you know what you can use me for, I don't see where the benefit. Like, I'm benefiting from what I can use you for, and you're benefiting from what you can use me for.
A toothpick, basically. They only have one use and one use only. But y'all not friends.
I'm not saying that we friends. You're saying can it be beneficial?
Yeah, it can be beneficial.
It can be beneficial
right,
to the extent of what you can use them. Yeah. Listen.
Aren't we all using each other at the end of the day?
But we're not using each other out of like spite or anything like that. It's like
I don't think it's spite though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's just the fact that.
So why are you challenging it if you don't know?
No, I mean, frenemy is a very specific term. You know what I'm saying? It's like, alright, if you.
But there's a pros and a cons to a frenemy, though.
Well, are there levels to frenemies?
Since you asked, you should answer.
What I'm saying is, like, is there like a lower level frenemy where it's like they not out to do you dirty, but like they also don't want your best interest. So like you use them, they use you, blah blah blah. And then there's the other frenemy that literally like will stab you in your fucking back. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's
like
not a friend. Like
frenemies like are good for stabbing you in the back. Like when you like, am I wrong?
Or are Issa and Molly frenemies?
No. They're honest with each other, but like
I think they're friends. Even if they drag each other and get into arguments, but it's they're both coming from a sense of like love and friendship. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, yo, Molly, you a bitch, fuck you.
It's always like there's a reason behind the drag.
Right.
It's like you're better than this. I've known you when you were better than this. Right. Why are you like this?
And then the
right
other
now?
person's just too petty and stubborn enough to listen to what's being said until the end of the episode, and then it's like, where's the rest? And then credits.
Yeah, frenemies are just like, you a whole bitch and they ain't got no fucking.
You a whole bitch for no reason. Oh, I never liked you. So
why are you here?
Yeah.
Women are good for that though.
Yeah.
Being friends with other women that they have zero interest in.
It'd be like a nigga
all.
in the street that try to holler at you, and then when you say no thank, oh, you a bitch anyway.
Yeah.
So why would you even like?
So what about a friend who's like, because I don't know if this is a frenemy or not, like a friend who's your friend until like you start doing a little bit better than them, and all of a sudden like they don't care about.
Well, that's one of the dynamics I was talking about earlier in the episode. Like, I have, it's like two sets of friends where it's like she feels like one friend is. Because she's kind of growing up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she feels like her other friend is not supporting her as much because, like, that other friend's not really about anything.
Yeah.
Not really saying about anything, but, the levels of grind and hustle is different. You know what I'm saying? So that could be a reason why, people become friends and then they turn to frenemies in that sense because they see the other person glowing up as like, oh, that backhand compliments as you were talking about,
Yeah. I will say that, like, that's a real thing. I don't know if that's a frenemy or not, but I just feel like
I think that would qualify. Because, like, okay, we was only good because we was on the same level.
Right.
Now that we're not on the same level, now all the shit that I may have, like, not addressed or never brought up before, now I'm addressing it because now I feel uncomfortable when it comes to you. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I have a friend, like, who, after I got married, like, significantly stopped talking to me. Like,
really?
Oh, you happy? Fuck you, bitch.
Like,
fuck you.
And I don't know.
You got a ring. You married. You living life. And
it's like,
I'm here lonely.
It's uncomfortable.
Now that I think about it, do women have more frenemies than men?
Is the sky blue?
Or maybe is it even?
Yeah. No, I think women definitely do, just because, like, and it's not necessarily like who we are. It's more so like society's like pressure on us to do what like we should be doing. So like when we have people in our lives who like are doing those things and we feel like we aren't, like, we're not in a relationship but our friends are, right? Or we're like we're not married but people are having babies, it's like you hate on people you don't necessarily need to hate on, but you hate on them because like society's telling you not where you should be.
Right. I mean, but that's even. I mean, it even translates to social media. Like we follow these people that is like, yo, congratulations, but secretly it's like, yo, fuck them, da 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 da. Oh, you think you big time now?
Yeah.
Imagine that's with strangers. Imagine your friends. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
So, I mean, do you think that enemies, quote unquote, could turn into a friend? Like, do you think friendship is fluid that way? Whereas like somebody that you probably haven't fucked with before, y'all probably get close because of whatever.
We hate somebody.
Let's hate together.
Yeah. I don't think so. But maybe that's just like me. I'm not.
Well, it comes down to the enemy of my enemy is my friend. That type of statement.
Yeah, but no, like if you didn't like me for whatever reason and now like we're cool, like, or whatever, you don't hate me anymore, I'm not like gonna be like, oh cool, let's be friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah.
Keep that same energy.
Yeah. Keep it, please, and
Yeah.
keep yourself out of my life, because I don't need
Because
it.
I was good already, and I'm gonna continue to be good.
Yeah, and people hate you for like bullshit ass
Yeah.
reasons anyway. So like, you think I'm really gonna entertain being your friend now that you don't hate me because you know you have something good in your life and now you happy? Like, people hate you because they're just not happy with themselves. And once they get happy with themselves, all of a sudden, you know, they want to hang out. I'm good.
They gotta be friends with themselves first.
Yeah, that's hard
That's a
when you're a
lesson.
piece of shit.
You hear that, kids?
It is. It's hard.
So overall, how do you deal with frenemies? More, all right, because this goes into the story you had earlier. So how do you deal with frenemies from a personal level, like frenemies that you hang out outside of work and things of that nature, and then how do you deal with frenemies that are your coworkers? Because I think we've all had some of those.
Oh boy.
Like people you have to be cool with for the sake of we work in the same space.
The first.
And but then at the same time, it's like they may make shit difficult for you based on your title, your position, or just who you are.
I don't really think I've had any type of, like, at least in the workplace friendships are just, I mean, I categorize those differently because depending on the friendship is like, we might hang out after work or we might not. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, we cool within this workspace.
Yeah.
Outside of that, nah, fam. All right, check you tomorrow. Check you next week. Like, we're not cool. You know what I mean? Like, I think being cordial and being someone's friend is two different things. And at work, we're cordial with people because, like, you're in a professional environment. You gotta,
True.
If you gotta work with somebody or you gotta get shit done, then you gotta be cordial. But that doesn't mean y'all friends. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's somebody that you could at least confide in that office space. Was like, yo, bitch, like, crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got that one person.
Oh my god, yeah. I just think being like super aware of like people around you is important. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times people don't necessarily pick up on the energies and the vibes that people give off.
Facts.
And so like when you become like super aware of those things, you tend to notice like the way that people move. And so once you do that, you're able to pick up on like what's genuine and what's not.
Yeah,
And you
like
you gauge your actions and your interactions from there.
Yeah, like the backhanded compliments, or whenever it's something that they plan, they always down for it. But when it's shit that you may plan, they always got an excuse, or they don't really support. Or like the big thing you see on social media is like, y'all can fucking retweet and like fucking Beyonce shit, but when I drop some shit, crickets.
I mean, to be fair, it is
That
Beyonce.
is dependent on what is being dropped.
To be
This
fair,
is also
it is
true.
Beyonce, so I mean, regardless.
Yeah, but still.
No, I get what you're saying.
No, I agree too, but I just feel like,
Beyonce.
people like to make that a blanket statement, and I'm just like, let's relax. Like, some of the shit y'all people put out is trash, and that's why I'm not reblogging or liking.
And that's why you're frenemies. You're the friend of me. Look in the mirror.
Congratulations.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, I think like you would say, you just gotta observe people and their actions.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
And not only how they are with you, but how they are with other people too.
This is also true.
Facts.
That's also true. Because I'm trying to think if men operate the same way. Because women, some women, they would be, all buddy with a particular girl or a particular group of girls, but the one person they don't really fuck with, they're completely different sort of behavior. So when that one person be like, yo, what's up with Shorty? Like, why is she always acting like this? And they be like, I don't see that. When she be around us, she be cool.
Yeah.
So
That's the
yeah.
crazy part. No, dudes can definitely be the same way. I think they're not as kind of open to say like, yo, I don't really fuck with this dude. You know what I'm saying? Unless if a dude doesn't fuck with you, they just don't fuck with you. That's it.
That's why I think we said this on the.
That's not even for friendship. That's
Right.
For females too. Like,
No, but I'm saying there's no.
fuck with you,
But
fuck
with
you.
women, there would be more likely having a frenemy situation where it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, well, I don't really fuck with her, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? They'll still have them around. When dudes don't fuck with you, we don't talk. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? I think there are situations where guys have frenemies with each other, but it's probably like the backhand compliment shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I see you doing your thing, bro.
I don't even think it's that.
You know what I'm saying?
Even see you.
I don't even. Well, yeah. I think it'd be more so like they'll just do foul shit after the fact, like sleep with your girl when you away or some wild shit.
Foul. Like, there's a big spectrum. Like
They even be doing the most.
I mean, they do. This
How
is
many
true.
episodes of Jerry Springer have we seen? It's always your homeboy.
Yeah.
It's never a stranger. It's always a nigga you know.
Dariq's friend. Like, yeah, no.
The one who called his mama and shit.
Word.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. As I said, like me, I can't really think of much frenemy relationships.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had one.
It's
Male
weird.
or
It's weird.
female.
Being a frenemy is a weird thing.
Yeah.
It's a weird.
I've never had a legitimate one.
Yeah,
Like,
and
where I
I'm
was
way
like,
too
yeah, that bitch is
observant.
my- yeah.
Right.
I'm way too observant. As soon as I see you on some fuck shit, I was like, alright, I can't talk.
And
to
in
you
most
no
cases,
more.
if people don't fuck with me, they just don't fuck with me. There's really no in between.
That's fair. I feel like I could say the same about myself. So
I think I'm a pretty decent guy these days. So it's just
these
like,
days.
no, I mean, I've acknowledged my growth. You know what I'm saying? But it's
Yeah.
like, if somebody really doesn't fuck with me, it's either, you know what I'm saying, they just don't fuck with me or whatever, or I
they
get them
hating.
dirty, or they're hating. It's a toss up.
Yeah.
So besides like the backhanded compliments, is there other warning signs that people should look for when it comes to like a frenemy?
Like mixed stories. Like
Make stories.
they tell you one thing and then they tell somebody else another thing and then you hear from the other person. You're like,
Yeah.
well, that's not what I heard.
that game.
That's
that
not what
game
I
of
was
telephone.
told.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because when that person talks shit about you, it definitely comes around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or they'll say one thing to you.
I have had a frenemy.
Congratulations.
I had to think about this.
What's her name? Where does she live? What's her age?
She's
What does she
younger than me.
do?
She's a child. So basically, like I met her through my best friend's group of friends, and we went to like DC one year for homecoming.
It wasn't gonna work.
DC.
Right, we went to DC for homecoming,
Oh,
and
DC.
All types of red flags.
we were cool there, and she was just like, you know, trying to be my friend, blah blah blah. And I was with the shits because I ain't like I
was
really
with the
care.
shits.
We were cool. We was drinking and shit. So we get back, and the whole trip she was talking about her boyfriend, my boyfriend. And I was like, okay, like I mean, I guess you really fuck with me. And so he ends up.
Good job.
He ends up following me on Instagram, and like
First mistake.
this was like.
Oh boy.
This was back when Instagram like just started popping off, and like usually when you follow somebody, you like a bunch of their pics, like to let them know like, hey, I followed you. And so like I followed suit, and I liked some of his, and I followed back, but like never did I think like anything of it. And I knew who he was. Like when he like followed me, I told my friend like, look who just followed me. She was like, oh, okay. So then she went and she went and found out that he followed me and was like, why are you liking all these girls' pictures? And he called me H2O because I'm thirsty for him. He was like, oh, you talking about H2O because this is thirsty for me.
That's
She
a
been
clever
liking all
one.
my pictures.
I might have to write that one down.
Why didn't you use
Oh,
Gatorade?
sorry.
Sorry.
Story time.
I mean, it
Story
doesn't matter
time.
what the liquid is.
I mean,
yeah.
it's whatever. So it doesn't matter what the liquid is. So she runs back to my friend and is like, oh, Erin's liking all his pictures. She's trying to talk to mommy about it. And I was like, wow, no, like never.
He wasn't even cute, so
no,
relax.
he wasn't.
Relax.
I was like,
That's always the case.
relax. So, but like she told me all this. She's like, yeah, she told me this, and that. My friend. So she had like a gathering at her house, and the girl's there.
Gathering.
I get there, and she's like, Erin,
Posted up.
hugging me, like, and I'm just like,
Hey,
You
sis,
mad
you don't
fake.
even know that I know that you are wildin'. Like I don't.
You're wildin'.
You're wildin'.
You're
You don't even
crazy.
know that I know. Then you
Word.
know that I know.
Yeah, right, you're wildin'. Like, so she's sitting there talking to me all this shit, and like, hour or two in after we had a couple drinks, she's like, to be honest, I don't really fuck with you, Erin. I was like, okay, speak on it. Like, we
Talk
talked
about
for 2
it.
So
hours.
this was that scene from Why Did I Get Married?
Like, she really was ready to,
Keep in
like,
mind, every time drinks are involved, it's like fucking Love and Hip Hop.
yeah. I mean, not on my end, because I was like, speak on it. Like, what's your problem? Oh, I just feel like, you was trying to talk to my man, and, you made it seem like you wasn't. I was like, I do not want your man. I never wanted your
To
man.
be
Like,
fair, you were
let's
kind of talking to her, man.
I was not. I was double tapping.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Technically,
Someone's
talking
guilty.
is a verb.
What?
Talking is a verb.
So what does that mean?
You acted.
I wasn't.
You
But
were
I didn't
liking
talk to
all
him,
those
though.
pics.
Get out of here.
You know how
Liking-
That's
Instagram
close
is.
enough.
I was liking pictures like him and his father. I wasn't liking pictures of him by himself.
So you like
let's be
him and his
clear.
father? Wow.
Nah, I was like, cool, you got a father figure. Not many niggas do. That was it. Like, I was not
You
out
have the
here.
zaddy and daddy. Whoa.
No,
it's
that's
not.
disgusting. But yeah, like, I was like, girl, stop acting like you want to be friends with me and you don't. And so I was like, I don't want your man. And from then on, she
And I
was
don't
like,
want you.
I don't need you in my life either. So I told her, like, I don't even want to do this. And so she ended up, like, not coming over anymore. She's like, I don't want to, like, it's not that I got beef with Erin. I was like, it's fine. Like, I don't care.
Nah, she got beef with Erin.
But now she still follows me on Instagram and like she always liking my pictures. Like, damn, bitch,
Now you call her
I'm
H2O. Oh, how it comes full circle.
No.
Now she's the thirsty one.
It's funny because like she's not even friends with my friend anymore. But like, exactly. Like my friend will be like, you still follow her?
She ain't loyal.
Yikes.
I mean, Chris Brown did tell us these hoes ain't loyal.
Ouch.
Do you listen to Chris Brown?
Not recently.
I don't.
Like, do you listen to what he says? Like, you say Chris Brown. Like,
Oh no!
You take what he says into like.
It just aligned with.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
Oh, okay.
That's all. Let's not get deep.
There's no meaning.
Let's not get deep on Chris Brown lyrics.
My bad. I thought we were having a deep intellectual conversation.
No. Chris Brown doesn't.
You can't throw in Christopher Maurice.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not a thing.
Yeah, definitely not following Christopher's philosophies on it in my life.
Absolutely not. Unsubscribe.
So, has there ever been a situation where you have been a frenemy?
No. I don't got time to be fake with people.
Think about it.
It's hard being real.
Yeah.
It's hard being real, is it?
I think that just wraps up our show right there on just that.
What?
It's hard being real. That was like some real
That's
heavy
a bar.
talk. That was a heavy talk.
Nah, but it is. Like, it's hard to get to know somebody and like be genuine and honest with them because like that's like a form of being vulnerable too. Like, it's hard being real with somebody. So like, why waste time being fake when it's hard enough being real and being honest to who I am.
But have you low key caught yourself hating on somebody, like not even on some full fledged hate, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like a friend of yours is like, oh, she's doing her thing or whatever, and then you have to catch yourself like, oh shit, I was hating.
Yes, everybody does that.
Really?
I think that's natural.
Is it natural?
I don't think that's hate though. I just feel like it's more so like you.
An awakening.
It's you. It's you. It's like you
having that revelation.
Assessing like where you are in life, right? Because like anytime somebody excels, you like, and it's by nature. I feel like we just like, so like what they got now, what they doing now, how.
Look at her with her job
and
her money and her smile.
Yeah, look at this bitch.
How dare
happiness.
she?
So I like, and I don't think it's hating. It's just like who we are. Like, we're always trying to assess where we are in comparison to where somebody else is.
Yeah.
And that's not hate. It's just like
a reality check.
Yeah, it's just who we are. Like, society makes you feel like you always got to be better than the next person. So when somebody like levels up, you just like, okay, what the fuck I gotta do to level up too? And it's not you hating. It's just you figuring out like, all right, they did it, so how the fuck I gotta get on my shit? So I don't think that's hating. I do that.
All right. No,
hating is like, that dumbass fucking bitch, she don't deserve it.
Okay,
I've never done
You had that
that
in the tuck.
Wow.
You had that in the tuck. Yeah, you definitely have used that exact phrase.
I haven't, because anybody in my life who's like succeeded and like moved on and excelled, I've always been like, cool, like that's what they wanted. They've been working towards that. I've never been like, bitch, you just lucky as shit. Never.
I love seeing my people win anyway. So for me, I don't think I could ever put myself in a sense where it's like, I mean, probably for more like arbitrary shit. Like if, for example, like I'm into videography, so if I see somebody with like, you know, a new video equipment or some shit, it's like, oh damn, yeah, that nigga's. Alright, he got it, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not hating on some, yo, fuck this motherfucker, like, yo, what do you think you want? Like, come on.
Report that spam.
Word.
No, like, it's never on that level.
It's too much. That's too much.
It's just like, you peep game, you like, I see how you moving.
I see you. I see you flossing now. I got floss. Now I gotta really
level up.
I gotta level up too.
Yeah.
But,
I don't think I've ever. Yeah, I don't have time. It takes a lot of energy to
much energy
to just be a trash individual and fucking do all of that.
It's not hard for people who are unhappy with their life, though.
This is true.
They don't have anything else.
It's called
bitter.
This is true.
Yeah, like when
I could never imagine. Ugh.
What?
It's not hard to get to a place where you're bitter about everything. So it's like
we've all been a little bitter.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Bitter?
Yeah. Like,
I don't know.
Tastes nasty. Yeah. That bitter.
I don't know if I've ever felt bitter.
Well, it doesn't have to be bitter towards other people, but bitter, like, in the sense of, like, yo, my life ain't what it should be, so...
Okay.
That's bitter.
Okay.
It's bitter.
And it's easy to be upset about other things when you are bitter about that shit, too. Like, it just boils over and spills over into other areas where you're like...
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It is unfortunate.
It's part of being human, though.
Oh, look at us.
But being, like, completely
Lessons.
aware of that, it's a step forward. Instead of just being like, fuck that, I ain't bitter. This is what it is. And it's like, oh, no.
Yeah, I always say that. There's nothing wrong with you being in a certain situation. It's, you just gotta realize, like, okay, you're in the situation, and you're working towards that.
Yeah, you just gotta acknowledge. It's all about acknowledging where you are, owning to it, and saying, "All right, I want to be better. Let's do this."
Damn.
And that's
that's
hard.
the first step.
That's
Look at us.
It's the first step is admitting that you're trash, and then from there,
I've already done that, so.
Aw. See, you're learning. You're learning. You're a quick learner.
We did that a long time
You know what
ago.
I'm saying? So it's like, I'm trash. How do I become less trash?
How do I become recyclable?
That's goals.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta be recyclable.
Yo, Aura told me the other week that I'm a recycle bin, and I was like, you know what? I'll take that.
I heard that episode and I was like, that's fat.
Yeah, I'll
She
take
was
that.
like, yes.
I was in my room getting ready for work, like, if that ain't the motherfucking truth.
I was like, you know what? You have a point.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna argue with her. I was like, you know what? Great assessment. Good job.
Yeah.
Shout out to her.
That means you're destined for other things.
Yes.
Am I?
Well, when you're recyclable, you are.
It's the highest form of trash, my friend.
Yeah. You're always changing.
I'm trying to think if there's another level besides the recycle bin.
Compost?
Because now you put in, like, life into other things. You might want to work toward being compost. I'm going to be honest with
Trash
you.
goals. Hashtag.
Yeah. But compost, you know,
I've
you gotta
learned a
take
lot
a
in
minute to
this
build it
episode.
up. So
Word.
you got time.
And you'll be in white neighborhoods too, so that's a plus.
Hey. I don't need people to find out where I be at. So how am I going to wrap this up? So do people, like, just secretly enjoy the drama? Because it's like a frenemy is going to bring you some level of drama. And there's a lot of times where I've given advice to plenty of people. It's like, oh, this person did A, B, and C. I'm like, just fucking cut them off. Like, why are you keeping them around if all they're doing is just bringing you issues? So do people just, like, secretly just...
Yeah.
They just enjoy the drama.
Yeah.
They need it. They need the chaos.
People like stories.
Or maybe people want to, accumulate haters just to say, yo, look at all these people hating on me. I don't know.
That's a weird hobby.
It's
but...
weird. It is weird.
There's so much other things you could be doing with your time.
Realistically, why would you keep somebody that's low-key hating on you, if anything, to say, like, yo, yeah, I got people hating on me, yo, yeah, I know this one girl, da-da-da.
But
like,
why keep a friend of me that hates on you when, like, people are going to hate on you regardless?
you get hate from different places.
You want to organize your hate? Get the fuck out of here. Just keep it all in one place.
You organize your hate. I can definitely see somebody organizing their hate.
I got this.
But I can see why they would keep them around, because it's like, this person is close. They know me personally. So every time I'm here, I'm making shit uncomfortable for them. There are people like that.
Right.
Those don't have to be your frenemies. Those could be friends of your friends who just hate that you're friends with their friend. That don't have to be your frenemy.
Word. That was mad confusing. I was lost after the first friend.
Okay. I'm saying, like, let's say you're close with a friend and they bring their friend around. Right?
Saying it slower is not helping.
Okay. You're close.
I'm using my fingers.
Your friend.
So I have a friend.
No, yes, and you're really close with that friend.
Okay.
That friend brings their close friend around.
Okay. So
that,
two friends.
Okay, that person that they brought around is not your friend, but they already don't like you and they hate you because you're close with their friend.
Got
you. You don't need a friend of me if you got that bitch all the time.
So if I get these other friends to fuck up these friends,
I ain't bringing
now
about
bang.
it.
Now they all frenemies, and I'm safe.
Yeah, nah.
I don't even remember what the point was.
No, the whole point is like, look, people keep around frenemies for a reason, either to stunt on them or to keep them close.
I think that's
keep
the number one
keep
reason.
your enemies close.
Like
That's what I was trying to say. Is like, y'all know I'm at this specific level, so when I'm around, shit is different. Like, you'll have that one friend. I think I've heard about this from somebody. Like, this one friend has a 6-figure job or whatever, so she's used to like 5-star restaurants and things of that nature. But the people she grew up with don't work in that. Yeah, they want a different price point. So it's like, because she's the dominant force, they kind of have to like lean towards what she says. So in that case, it's like you have those frenemies because it's like, yo, why do we always gotta be doing the shit that you need to do when we could be doing shit that we can do collectively?
She need to just get better friends.
Ouch. Easier said than done.
I'm just saying your friend circle is reflective of where you are in life, and if all your friends are not on your level, then why are you friends with them?
Get on my level. What?
Yeah.
Oh, you was gonna finish it or
no?
Oh no, that was just a line.
No, okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
y'all could have
Bars.
finished it.
No, they don't.
I don't know, your friends are supposed to make you better and help you get to where you want to be in life too. And if like you're the only one making something of yourself and your friends aren't, like,
Right.
what's good?
At the end of the day, I want to celebrate my friends and their wins.
Yeah. And if that's like them getting a promotion at Target, that's what it is.
Okay, or somewhere else. For example.
No, I'm just saying you gotta celebrate them wherever they are.
Yeah.
This is true.
You don't know what they've been through, what they're going through.
You don't even know what their desires are.
Yeah.
This is true. So people
Manager
wanna
at Target could be the motherfucking goal.
I mean, that's all 4 figures. So that's a pretty good life.
Okay.
Obviously, you can't get 4 figures from a job. That's
What's
not a job.
What's a good life?
I think that's it. I think that's all. That's our time.
Yeah.
I want to thank Erin for joining us.
Thank you guys.
You're appreciated and stuff.
Of course.
Yes,
Thank you
I
for stopping
appreciate
by.
that. New episodes
little
every
show.
Thursday.
Y'all popping or whatever.
We're cute. We're cute when we want to be.
Here we go.
You can listen on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts, and we got a little website, vital-information.com.
Look at y'all.
We're on socials, but like, don't even
follow.
check.
Don't follow me. We're on social, but don't follow.
Don't even check. But yeah, we're cute. We discuss some funny shit.
Y'all are hilarious.
We try.
Yeah.
We try. It's hard.
It's perfect because you're like the witty little one-liners, and then AJ is like the straightforward, disrespectful, and I appreciate the disrespect.
No, so do I. I feel like we need it. Because if you rely on me, you're just gonna get like quick little witty one-liners, and those are cute, but you need something to balance that out.
I'm assuming that the show is cute. I'm just gonna get
super cute.
Oh my God.
Super cute. But yeah, I actually I'll talk to you about this later actually.
Off the air.
Yeah.
Oh, exclusive?
I just wanted to ask your opinion on something, but it's fine. It don't really matter.
I'm not that important. Like, you could just do it.
He's a professional, so
No, I'm not. I keep telling her this. I'm the total opposite of a professional, and she refuses
he
to
keeps
believe
telling
me.
us that we're so popping, and I'm just like, please stop.
All right,
Stop
well.
this humble flex and that shit. Nah, you look good, bro. Nah, you look good, bro. Nah,
I'm
you
trying to
fine.
get like you,
with
bro.
a
get like
Spider-Man
you.
meme?
Word.
With a Spider-Man meme?
Yeah, this is like all,
Like, come
all
on.
day.
Enough of that.
If you
Y'all
look at that text message, you'd be like, y'all are annoying. This is
Word,
not
y'all both
funny.
dope. Period. Moving on.
Thanks.
I mean, I do okay. I do all
You dabble.
Let's wrap this shit up.
Yeah, so shout out to Bianca again for executive
Shout out to
producing
B.
this episode. She
Thank you
executive
very
produced
much.
all the
Thank you
fucking
very
episodes.
much.
So good
It's a
job
great
by
topic.
Word.
her. Shout out also to our listeners, cause
Y'all
we
be
wouldn't
listening.
yeah, they be like press and play and shit, and
Word.
that's like surprising
We
that y'all keep
appreciate
doing
that.
it every time.
And then they sit there and listen to the whole episode. That's
The
wild.
whole ass
Word.
episode. The whole ass
So
episode.
thankful for that every time.
Leave reviews. Leave reviews and comments and all that stuff. We want to talk to y'all. Oh, speaking of talking, you gotta download Slack. You gotta
Yeah.
get in our group chat.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's
Oh,
Slack?
wow.
We'll talk.
All right,
off air.
we'll talk off air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But
just
we
download
need
it.
you
now.
to join it and then put AJ on, and
Uh-huh.
then you put all your peoples on, so
Uh-huh.
they can talk shit with us whenever they want.
Oh.
And we just all talk shit.
I'm always down to talk shit.
It's like the biggest group chat that we're trying to create. We're just trying to create one big ass group chat.
Oh, do you get
So
like a
invite
lot of
the whole-
notifications on it and
I
stuff?
mean, depending on how lit it is. Not all the time.
I'm trying to put those on silent, but yes.
Wow.
I hate a notification.
All right, so we're going to just cancel that plan.
No, I will join it. I will join it. I love a group text. I love like a good banter.
Discourse.
Discourse.
Okay. Yeah. Again, shout out to our listeners. Shout out to the fellow podcasters out here, cause they fuck with us.
Word.
They do. They really fuck with y'all.
And we fuck with them too.
That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, yeah. I listen.
We'd rather
I
fuck
still want to shit on y'all, but I listen. I'm just saying, like competitive spirit and
That's
whatnot.
good.
I want y'all to do good,
Sounds
but
like
not.
you're a friend of me.
Yeah,
Facts.
well,
Next time I come, just be like frenemy of the podcast.
And there you go.
Enemy of the show.
yeah, I want you to do good, but
Just not better than me.
just
Thank
keep it-
you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you at a cap.
Okay.
Cap.
You reached your max.
No comment. Oh,
Yeah, you could email us at askus@sipodcast.net. The website is up. You can always catch the episodes on there and YouTube. Nieema's documentary is still on there. I'm
It's
probably
still
never
on
gonna take it down just because y'all all need to know about her life.
Never.
And I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else we gotta tell the good people.
No, yeah, just keep listening. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I am having a very important episode for culture for those that are into hip hop. So make sure y'all tune in on Tuesday because this is probably like the biggest episode I've ever done.
Ever.
I heard that it's problematic, or like y'all gonna change. We gonna change the way we feel about you after this episode. So
It's gonna be life changing.
We're gonna just cut off everybody's mic after she said that because no, just look at me the same way. I'm regular. Okay, I tried. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think we're done here.
Are we?
sure, yeah. It's y'all thing. I'm just here.
So, bye.
All right, check y'all next week.
Yeah, next week indeed.
We are out here. Fuck y'all talking about? Sophisticated ignorance. Are y'all fucking crazy?
That's a fact. Talk
Are y'all
that shit.
Yo, y'all getting me tight. Like, I be out here trying to be humble. Let's not get fucking crazy. Sophisticated ignorance. All right?